All right, down here, or rather up here, I suppose. Common parlance, at the top right of the map is our Protoss player.
Protoss currently
also.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say also a very young player.
Yeah. I was gonna say is when Protoss' win rate is about 44% on this map. His opponent, the Emperor, he is
Slayer's Boxer.
He's got some fans in the audience today.
Yeah,
the audience today with Boxer here is about 5 times bigger than it was yesterday.
Boxer fighting, win for Finland.
I'm wearing my
boxers.
Yeah.
Boxer for the win. Some Finnish fans here.
Awesome. Some Korean fangirls with bear hoodies or something behind them too. Anyway, Boxer, I just want to point out here, he hasn't. Generally, he's known for having pretty solid TVT, but his TVP has been a little bit sketch. He's done some amazing things in TVP, but recently, he lost to Seed. Seed knocked him out of Code A this season into the up and down matches. Before that, last season's up and downs, he went 1-1, a win against Genius. I'm sorry, a win against Squirtle, a loss against Genius. So, lately, versus Protoss has not been his strong suit, but, yep, look, there we go. Wolf is pointing at the probe, going everywhere. It's true. He's like, I don't want to get caught by any cheese.
Hardcore checking for proxies. Did not check the bottom right side of the map, though, so he is vulnerable in that regard. Now, Boxer is going to be doing a 1-Rax expand, as I predicted. This really seems to suit his style for this map. Probe does get chased away, so he will not be able to see. Second barracks going down for Boxer right away. And his command center is on the high ground. Because there are 2 entrances to the map, it's fairly difficult to defend a 1-Rax expand if you make the command center on the low ground on this map. For that reason, it's kind of difficult for Protoss to defend their Nexus. Now, Creator is chrono boosting out his units. He's sending his Zealot across the map right now, in fact. So he's going to be able to keep Boxer in his base for even a little bit longer. Now, Boxer adding a 3rd barracks in his main. This isn't the bomber style that a lot of people have been talking about, where you go 3 barracks before command center. It's 3 barracks after command center, which allows still an amount of pressure you can put on your Protoss opponent, but it's not as quick, and you get a faster second orbital with this. So most players prefer this style, but to be aggressive, he's going to go up to 4 barracks.
That's a 4th barracks.
Not all in or anything like that, but it just allows him to pressure more. And since this is dual side, I like this choice.
Yep, definitely a strong choice here, and he's going to need that production because Creator is really putting on some pressure of his own with his Stalker.
No bunker.
Yeah, I guess he was not expecting this super fast pressure. Just going to try and depend on mass Marines with the 4 barracks, basically. And is he going to pull back the injured Marines? He's not doing a terribly good job at it.
Now the Zealot is just tanking hits while the Stalker takes out Marine after Marine. And a second Stalker's about to arrive, Mole Trap, and the depot is getting low. This pressure by Creator is being really effective.
He's to pull another SCV!
The bunker, or the depot's getting low.
And he's not. If he had targeted that depot with the Stalkers, he would have taken it out. Instead, he's just picking off Marines.
Well, you know what, Mole Trap, he's going to take it out anyways, I think. Well, it looks like it will survive with 2 more SCVs coming out. He's losing more and more Marines. The depots actually go down.
Wow, look at this. Is he going to lose the Stalker?
No!
Doesn't even lose a Stalker. This is amazing. Oh, finally loses that Stalker. But
well, that was such a good trade.
He has killed so many Marines and an SCV for the cost of 1 Stalker and 1 Zealot.
11 units killed in total, 10 of them Marines.
Oh, what is he doing though? Why did he run that? Oh man, that sentry was just on suicide mode.
Well, the crowd seemed pretty happy about that after the sentry died. Now, Creator adding 3 additional gateways right now, preparing to do a 4-gate follow-up here. His Nexus is already up and running. The worker count is 31 to 25 in Creator's favor. As the refineries are retaking for Boxer, he's actually going to go ahead and move his command center down, but he will not be met without resistance.
Trying to get some hits on those Stalkers. Is he going to get that one? Injured Stalker. No, they're too fast.
God, Creator's so good with his Stalker pressure, man. Against Nada, he showed it again, and he's doing it once more. Just does it again and again. He's going to take out an SCV with this push as well. SCV barely survives there.
Yep, those Stalkers are getting pushed across the map, though. I think Boxer's going to have to turn back around soon, though.
Yeah, he will.
He's doing this mostly to alleviate the pressure on his own base. Well, he gets a tech lab, starts getting his SCVs
Yeah, this
going.
is the push he wants to do with the 4 barracks. The problem is his opponent has too much production now. He lost too many Marines early on, so now he's actually going to chase back. The Stalkers, remember, have better range and better speed than these Marines, so he will be able to pick off probably about 3 more Marines before they return to the bunkers, depending on how quickly he targets them. Oh, he stopped at the watchtower for a second, so they may all escape.
Yep.
No forward pylon, by the way.
Yeah, so he's not going to be able to clinch anything with this. Oh, wow. Boxer is actually not even continuing to fall back. He's trying to counter pressure, just this back and forth tug of war between the Stalkers and the Marines. And what he's doing is buying time for those bunkers to complete so he has something to fall back to.
Oh man, I love watching games like this. So intense back and forth between these two players. Great micro by both. Double Forge. It is Creator Prime after all.
There we go. 2 forges on the way. He's going to really try and get those upgrades going. Boxer has 2 engineering bays on the way at the same time, though. So he either wants to try and get ahead in upgrades or knows Creator's style and knows he needs to match up with those upgrades. He's going to be a little bit behind, but with the 2 E-bays, instead of... Sometimes Terrans will just get 1 E-bay until they have 1-1. And they get so far behind with that. If he gets his double upgrades and doesn't miss them at, you know, the transition points, Boxer could stay on even terms.
Yeah, absolutely could. 1-1 is started, as well as a Twilight Council here. Stim halfway done for Boxer. He's making 3 Marauders at a time, so going into this more Marauder-heavy composition. No Ghost Academy in sight for Boxer, but I think he may start one soon. He doesn't have a factory either. He's actually got a few idle SCVs around his base, and there is the factory going down. So he is going to go factory tech rather than ghosts, which is a little bit surprising to me, but either way, it's a smart choice. And he doesn't have that huge pushing power anymore since he lost so many Marines early on. So going for the factory means he can have those medevacs out and use his force more in a more mobile fashion rather than going for a big ghost push.
Creator is heavily chrono boosting those upgrades out. He really wants them. And Boxer, he started his 1-1 a little bit after Creator. You know, about 20 seconds. I was watching those E-bays waiting for them to get churning, and they didn't. And so now with the chrono boost, he's going to be pretty far behind, a good 30 or 40 seconds behind.
Creator is known for losing observers. But yeah, he does see the factory timing, and he saw the double E-bays as well. And as he sees the factory timing, he decides to go for a robotic support bay here. As he continues his upgrading, he's going to feel really good knowing his opponent's factory is that late. He's going to have Colossi out before Vikings, which will give him the ability to pressure. This is such a hard map for Protoss to take a 3rd base on, but we'll see how he wants to do it. You know, he may try to push the 3rd. He may try to just force one out. It's going to be so hard to defend against someone like Boxer who's good at harassing. Scan does see the double forges, but does not see the robotic support bay.
And look at that. About 3 seconds. 3 seconds delay between 1-1 finishing and Creator starting 2-2. He is really staying on top of those upgrades, and that's going to make it difficult, if not impossible, for Boxer to catch up. He's going to have 1-1 in a moment as well, so they're going to be on even footing in the upgrade category if they have a battle in the next couple minutes. But Creator, again, is probably going to end up in a situation where he has 3-3 versus 2-2 in the late game just by out-macroing those. Boxer getting another command center over here.
Creator not able to spot it just yet. Same reset of Boxer not being able to spot the pylon, so that could be a point of contention later with Zealot harassment.
Once he starts mining there, they'll both be able to see it.
You're right. He's actually spending the majority of his chrono boost on Colossi, but occasionally dropping some chronos on his upgrade research. He is going to have his first Colossus out in just a moment, just in time for this push. The unit count right now, 17 Marauders for 27 Marines, so it is still a fairly Marine-heavy composition, but it's becoming more Marauder-oriented all the time.
Yeah,
although
actually, the Colossus is out, though.
Yeah, right now he's actually cut Marauders back at home because he's expecting a more Twilight Tech heavy push, like with Charge perhaps. He's actually been making purely Marines for a few cycles right now, and is continuing to do so, but he is getting +1 ship weapons for the inevitable Viking switch he's going to have to make. Something that Terrans have been doing against Protoss so much recently in Korea is just getting that faster +1 ship weapons before even Viking production starts.
Before even the Vikings, yeah.
They know they will eventually use that. It's just something that's going to become important later on, no matter what. Creator is going to take a 3rd base on dual site. He's doing it.
It's so, no, it's so smart to get that upgrade earlier, because upgrades are not something that you can say, oh, crap, I should have gotten those. I need to get those now.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just suddenly get them. there's no way to catch up on them if you haven't been making them for a long time. So to get those ship upgrades early is very smart. Boxer not missing a beat either on his infantry upgrades. So again, with the Chrono Boost, he's behind, but he's not as far behind as he could be.
Oh, Creator doing such a good job with his Observer here, always spotting his opponent's army. Boxer is going to have to retreat as he knows his opponent's units are in position to defend, and Creator looks like he doesn't want to wait. He does have Blink, his charge is done as well, and 2-2, he has a 2-2 advantage over his opponent.
Is he going to go in though? 6 medevacs are out. Creator, I feel, would win a fight right now if they did fight, because Boxer has no Vikings yet.
Yeah,
he's making them now, triple production Vikings, but there was 2 Colossus there, and I think that would have been plenty to just do tons of damage with all those zealots to tank. But it looks like we're going to delay. Neither player wanted to fight right there, or at least Boxer didn't, and so he fell back. Ghost's Academy is up. He's getting the energy upgrade for them right now. Again, preparing for the switch in tech, which Creator is making already.
Yep, Tempo Archives is finishing. 3-3 is on the way for Creator. Those are some really scary upgrades, adding more gateways as well. He's actually been able to halt probe production. As soon as his 3rd base finished, he already had enough probes to fully saturate 3 bases. He knows it's very unlikely he will be taking a 4th base in this game. It's possible, but right now he could be content to sit back, add more gateways, and cut that production of workers. By the way, Boxer has done the exact same thing and is making 2 additional command centers right now. The Mobius Reactor will finish ahead of the 5 ghosts that are about to pop out for Boxer. Both players will be maxed in this next engagement, and currently are at the same upgrades.
Yep, 5 ghosts, so basically both of them were just like, alright, no rush 15, let's get maxed armies with high upgrades and all the tech, and they're going to clash, and it is going to come down to a situation that we often see in this late game PvT. It's going to come down to the composition and the micro between the spellcasters.
It may all just come down to this one battle. Neither player committing to the engagement. This often happens on dual site because it's such a difficult map to pick an engagement on. Creator is actually forcing something here with his 4th base. He's trying to make a statement with that. He has not made any additional probes. As he has basically mined out in his main base, he can transfer probes from there without even making any additional ones with his maxed out army right now. Here we go! The Colossi getting some good shots off already, and the Zealots closing the distance. They have 3-3. Huge upgrade advantage to Creator, but not all of his army is firing. He takes out all the Vikings, but in return, he loses his Colossi. He's taking out some medevacs here, though, and the upgrade advantage, I think, maybe too much.
Boxer is kiting like crazy, but not all of his units are firing as a result, because some of his units are just running away. Boxer gets trapped in a corner. He can pull the SCVs here. Is it going to be enough? He's got a lot of damage, but the medevacs are no longer healing him. And it looks like Boxer is going to get cornered and the rest of his army annihilated.
Yep, a huge second wave of Zealots is coming in here. 1 EMP hits the Immortal and a Sentry, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. The Orbital falls. Personnel cloaking for the Ghost finishes, but it's too late. He does not have enough units. He's trying to use the Sim City that he's unintentionally created here to help him, but it's not going to be good enough.
Yeah, he's going to lose that command center. He's got another one morphing into an Orbital right now, right there. A nice little blockade there. He can funnel the rest of Creator's troops into that small choke point if he does decide to attack, but he's lost his 3rd, and critically, he's 100 supply down right now.
Creator with 3-3 against Boxer 2-2, and he's about to have +1 shields with this. He does have a 4th base up and running right now as well. Nice micro here by Creator, just poking, forcing Boxer into an unfortunate situation where he wants to engage, but he just cannot. Boxer getting ready for the inevitable fall here, pulling back his units. The Archons and Colossi are going to crush those SCVs.
Oh, an absolute slaughter. Slayer's Boxer is going to lose the first game. GG. Coming from Boxer, and Creator has tied up his score after a disappointing loss to Supernova in Game 1. Takes a win against the Emperor.
Yep, indeed he does.
And I think, you correct me if I'm wrong, but it looked like what happened there is Creator, right when he got 3-3, attacked. He's like, all right, Boxer has double E-base. I know this. I know he can't have 3-3 as fast as me, but if I delay, he can tie it up. So I'm going to attack right now when I have the advantage. He didn't wait for, any Templar or anything like that. He's just like, all right.
A really nice position as well.
That's true.
And once he just pushed through with those upgrades, he was able to just tear through the reinforcements. He didn't even have a forward pylon. I don't think he was sure he wanted to fight there, but he saw the opportunity. He took it.
Yeah, exactly.
With no hesitation, and well done by Creator. Boxer going down a game, Slayer's coach going in the booth, talking to him there a little bit, trying to tell him a little bit about his opinions on that game. But that's just the first game of many for tonight for Slayer's Boxer. So if you're a Boxer fan, don't weep just yet. If you're a Creator fan, you know, give yourself a pat on the back for sticking with him here, because he's 1-1, and you know we have a lot more games tonight. So don't worry. If
A
you're
lot
a fan
more
of either
games.
of those players. Yep.
A lot more games indeed. Yeah, this is only a 5-person group.
Yeah.
So we're going to have about 10 games today, notwithstanding tiebreakers. But yeah, it's just the first game for Boxer as well. So he's now 0-1, but a 3-1 score can clinch you code S in this group. So he could easily come back here. And, well, I won't say easily. He's going to have his work cut out for him.
He will have his work cut out for him.
Against Happy, Supernova, and Jelizer. But it's definitely doable.
Absolutely. There's a lot of potential for him to just continue to push through the group. We saw all sorts of crazy upsides, like Alicia going 3-0 and then losing his next 3 matches.
Exactly.
Anything could happen.
We saw SC go down 0-2 and then come back and almost win his group as well.
Very close.
So it's not over till, well, we don't have any singing ladies here, so it's not over until the end of the games, I guess.
It's not over until...
Not even use a metaphor at all.
It's not over until that music starts playing in our ears.
That's right. It's not over until the music starts playing in our ears.
But the specific music that is for the end, not the music for the break, the 5-minute break, like the music we're about to hear for our first 5-minute break.
We're going to hear it in just a moment.
All right, so here it is. Hear that music? It means we're going to take a 5-minute break. We'll see you guys in 5.